Hi everybody, martial arts guy here. A while ago I watched the YouTube Red original series Cobra Kai. Karate Kid, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. I will never do a martial arts guy review of it simply because it's that well known and it's been talked about, parodied, everything. Among Enter the Dragon and most of Bruce Lee's entire filmography, those are films I will never review. But all in all, if you want my opinion on Karate Kid, I think it's a great movie, and I think anybody who wants to get into martial arts movies needs to watch that movie right now. But that's not about Karate Kid. This is about Cobra Kai. Here's a funny thing. In my later years, after college, I started to see that Johnny could have a redemption arc. I wrote a screenplay about a karate bully like Johnny, I even gave him the same name, who finds redemption through competing in a no-holds-barred karate tournament and finding that he can be a better person. He's fighting a dark reflection of himself. Basically, it was the idea that Johnny Lawrence fights Mike Barnes and meets Mr. Tanaka, a drunken a former alcoholic turned martial arts master who killed a guy in a ring and becomes Johnny's sensei to teach him true karate. But that's not about that. It's about Cobra Kai. Now, I think Cobra Kai is amazing. I watched all 10 episodes in one day, and I have to say, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I cannot get enough. I am not being paid by YouTube Red or anything like that. I don't even want to I don't even want to stick with YouTube Red. I'm just doing the free trial just so I can watch Cobra Kai. Okay, so the basic story is that 30 years after the events of the first movie, Johnny Lawrence has become a bit of a alcoholic, somewhat of a nobody. He's lost all purpose in life. And one day he saves a kid from a group of bullies, no different than how Mr. Miyagi saved Daniel from Johnny and his buddies. And Johnny finds that this kid, it is like starting to gravitate towards him. And he realizes that Cobra Kai was something he belonged to, something that he felt was a part of him, that he could change it. Not, follow the same principles of Cobra Kai, but not the same method that his sensei used. That he would still be tough, he would still be hard. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And Daniel, he's in the series. He's a car salesman now. He's happily married with 2 kids. He's like trying to find himself again when he hears that Johnny is opening Cobra Kai. You see, Johnny's trying to find redemption in Cobra Kai. Redemption for himself, redemption for his school, redemption as a deadbeat dad, which he is in the series. His 16-year-old son just hates him to death. And Daniel, the sad thing is, Daniel sees Johnny, and he sees what Cobra Kai represents, that to him, Johnny is still the same bully from his teenage years. And I can understand where Daniel is coming from. But we sympathize more with Johnny. We're seeing his journey to redemption. Also, the story involves that Johnny's son, Robbie, gets a job with Daniel just because he wants to piss off his dad. And along the way, he starts learning karate like Daniel did. Daniel has him do wax on, wax off. But like I said, it's about Johnny. So Johnny's students, they're the dorky kids, the nerdy kids, which kind of flies in the face of how Cobra Kai was in the 80s. That was like the cool kids karate. It's like Johnny was a star athlete, and he had tons of friends who were all badasses, and so Johnny starts teaching the nerdy kids. And, he's hard on them, but because he believes that that is the way to make them stronger. Honestly, I'm not a fan of modern PC culture with the whole safe space and gender words that promote aggression. That doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. But yeah, and Johnny agrees with me. I'm sure you've seen the scene where he grabs the kid inhaler and throws it, chucks it against the wall saying, "No, you don't!" And that is hilarious. There are scenes where Johnny I could just watch scenes of Johnny insulting his students all day because it is hilarious and he's basically making them tough. And like I said, I can't suggest this enough. You need to check out this series because it's told from the point of Cobra Kai. And William Zabka, man, he is good. Most people don't know this, but William Zabka is a black belt in Tang Soo-do, Korean martial art. It's, I don't know much about Tang Soo-do, but, I heard it's not too different from karate. Chuck Norris practices Tang Soo-do. And, spoiler territory, in the end of season 1 is that Johnny wins the tournament. Daniel and Robbie decide to create a dojo to teach Miyagi-Do karate, and John Kreese makes an appearance. I swear to God, Martin Kove returns as John Kreese for the season finale, which means they're probably setting up for season 2, and, this could be an interesting point of view, because what's interesting about Cobra Kai, there is no bad guy. It's all from a point of view. Johnny's not a bad guy, Daniel's not a bad guy, there's no clear-cut right and wrong. But the fact that they're bringing John Kreese back into this could be an interesting power dynamic, as Johnny tries to hold on to his school his way, while his old sensei, John Kreese, a man he once respected and loved, he thought of him as like a father figure, has come back into his life. Even if you remember at the end of Karate Kid 2, when he broke his trophy and choked him out. This could be an interesting point, I wouldn't know how they would handle this, but I'd be very interested to see where they go. So, like I said, Cobra Kai, it's a great series. The first 2 episodes are for free on YouTube Red, and if you want, I cannot suggest it's enough. Go watch this series. Go watch it. I'm the martial arts guy, and I gotta go to class.